already know this employee is low IQ, low capacity. He was sitting on her. Yeah, I told you what he said? Watch him say again. This is what he says while he's doing what he's doing. Watch this. Listen here. Listen what he's saying.
Get off of her, bro. Get off of her. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
What? That's low IQ. He said the store's closed, you know, while they're receiving a McLean truck. I could show you my ID and everything. That can't teach him to right and just sit on somebody. Because the store's closed right now while they receive a McLean truck. Listen, I could tell that he got low IQ. So he's running his store. Yeah, I could tell that dude at the front door was low IQ. Well, it's 7-11.
You okay? Alright, let me figure out what's going on. Okay, give me a second. Hey man, let me talk to you real quick. So what is happening? Why did you feel the need to do this? I don't care if you work here. So explain to me why did you feel the need?
We're receiving a McLean truck. Nobody, the store is closed. Nobody's allowed in the store until the truck leaves.
Okay, I understand that the store was closed, but why? Listen to me. Answer my question.
Oh man, store's closed. You gotta get the fuck out. Get the fuck out here, bitch. I gotta go home, go do shit. I gotta close this motherfucker out.
You were on top of her. When I got here, I saw you on top of her. I don't care.
Listen, I just want to squeeze her booty a little.
I don't care what you do.
That is low capacity. Yeah. He's not allowed to be in the store while they receive a McLean truck. So the store is closed during that time. But he wasn't allowed. He didn't allow her to leave. Right. Shouldn't he tell her, okay, shouldn't you lock the store? Please say you close while she's in the store. When she finished buying, open the door and let her leave. Don't let any other customers in. He didn't receive the truck. Yeah. Good thing.
Dude, explain to me why is it that you can't see me?
Right here, sir. If you want to...
I'm trying. You're not answering my question. Explain to me. Okay, so was the procedure to jump on top of somebody?
Watch the camera.
So explain to me why did you feel the need to keep her inside the store? What are you showing me?
My father's state ID. 911 from my office store. You're at 10 or 0025 South Orange Avenue.
Okay, you're not answering my question.
Do your job and
Okay, so answer my questions then. I'm trying to do my job. Why did you feel the need to be on top of this woman? Hey, don't walk away from me. I'm trying to talk to you. You want me to call you the ambulance? You need me to call you the ambulance?
That cop is showing a lot of restraint. That other dude should be behind. He should already be in handcuffs. Yeah.
Oh no shit, that's a cop confronting him too.
Hey, you know what? No,
Yeah, I'd call another cop there and call the manager, bring a manager there. This guy's going to jail for assault. Bring someone here to run the store. That's what I'd do. That guy'd go to jail for throwing a woman down and sitting on her. I'm sorry, I'd arrest him for that. That's fucked up. And he hurt her. She's just in the damn store. She wasn't stealing anything. That was crazy. What kind of fucking retard does that? You know, when someone comes in the store, okay, the store's closed, and you don't let no one, they lock the door so no one can come in. But the people that are in the store, they do their shit and leave. And the door's locked and they don't let no one else in. It's usually what I've seen when they, because I've been in stores before when they closed them. That's what they did. I don't know what the hell that retard was fucking doing. Just let them do the thing, let them leave, and probably wanted the bitch to hurry up and get out so he could go leave or something. Who knows?
Nobody was there. If he would have told me the store is closed, I would have canceled it. It's not that serious.
You were able to walk in?
Yes, that door, the left door that we're looking out our left was open, sir.
That's crazy.
I told him, he asked me what was the name. I told him the name. He asked me, he's like, okay, well, my system's a little messed up. Can you read me the order? I told him the beef range. He said, okay, I got it. Now I know which order. He started doing that. This guy's yelling at somebody, a man outside. Then he comes in, and he's like, ma'am, you can't be here. So I'm telling him, like, you can't talk to people like that. Then he's coming off very hostile. And I'm telling him, I'm here Uber Eats, and Josh is on him, so he has the order. But no, he said, he ain't here, did it. And that's when he starts freaking out. He starts rocking me. Hold down, we're putting you, and we're in this aisle with the yellow bag and t-shirt there is, and he hits me. We wanted to scare me in his hand. And then he sits on me the whole time. Then I'm telling him, I can't breathe, because I just couldn't breathe, bro.
You want a person?
You going to jail.
Do me a favor. Wait for me outside. Yeah, that's fine. Wait for me outside. My partner's on.
What do you think that guy's doing in the back? Maybe suicide or getting a weapon? I'm thinking he's going to the cameras. I'm thinking he's running.
Wait,
Yeah, that would be a little bit.
alright.
He was locking in with mops.
That shit's crazy.
Why would he leave? He never spoke on okay, I leave.
That's probably the straightest. That's more circular, but if you go like this, and then step, go like this, hit.
Dude, short kid is short. I don't think he works there. No, he works there. He couldn't. Devin, he works there. I know, but man, I'm thinking he doesn't. This dude is mentally deranged. Yeah. I mean, look at his partner back there. The one was taking the mops out. Look at him. You think I don't know what he's doing. These dudes must be on a work release program or something. I don't know. Look at that dude. He's like this. He should be getting arrested too. Because who put the mops in the door? Right.
Stop resisting. Get your hand behind your back.
Dude, you gotta carry him like that? Yeah. He got his own. He needs to be carried like that. That stuff he did, he needs to be carried out like that. He needs that. But you're supposed to be setting a standard. I'm not gonna be a that black dude set the standard, so that's how you gonna get handled.
Give some. I guess because I'm
My boyfriend didn't do anything. But she said he's a quadriplegic.
oh,
Did you hear her say that? My boyfriend's in the car, he's a quadriplegic.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When we tell you to open the door, open.
I have to go by 7-Eleven
I think it's
guidelines.
a couple of them.
I know Orlando.
Don't give me any of that.
Yes, sir. You have anything on you that's gonna prove peace that or anything? No, sir.
7-Eleven guideline.
I plan to leave this to the flag of the United States
Shut up.
of America.
Shut up.
Republic and
Shut up.
Yeah, he is something on him. He's had some kind of head cold.
Sit down.
Both of them.
Okay, let's go. Hey, boss. Do you have access to the cameras?
Nope.
Yeah, does he have access? Yeah. Can we get on the phone?
Look at that dude's face, Kevin.
See if he can come. I can talk to him if you want.
A whole bunch of crazy Basically, you tried to tell the commercial about the customer. So I got the shakes and I get the nervous jitters.
Yep.
Customers were coming in, we were trying to tell them the store was closed, and we had an altercation with the customer more or less. And we called the police, and then they were coming up here. If you want to talk to him for a minute, they want the camera. You want to talk to him about it? No, the cop. Cops, okay.
Man. It's so nuts. Who hired these two to run a 7-Eleven at night? I want to see more. Keep it going. Let this space. Keep it going.
You're on speaker. Hey, sir, how you doing? It's Officer Mendez of the Atlanta Police Department. Hey, how are you? Good. My question to you is, so we have a little bit of your employee said, we're just trying to
Wing
get
Chun
see
Calisthenics.
what happened. Is there any way you can come and we can review the camera footage? Unfortunately, that camera system is not working since yesterday. Okay. Only one camera is working currently. I just noticed that yesterday when I was going through the cameras, but I wanted to take a look at something, and the system is not recording anything for some reason. Okay, so there's nothing recorded for today.
What did you do?
It's actually new for yesterday. There's nothing recorded. I already called the cop. I already called the guy to come and fix it.
My feet, cause I.
Man. Dude, man. If Dumb and Dumber was a real life movie, this is it.
That won't move.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So we're still trying to figure out, but my understanding is that your employee battered one of the customers, or hit one of the customers, and was preventing them from leaving. So right now, and then so when we tried to talk to your employee, he wasn't compliant and he basically locked himself in a door. So that's where we're at right now. That's all I can say right now. But thanks for your help. Who, your employee? He's gonna be going with us. Oh, he's gonna be going with you guys? Yep. Okay, you guys are taking him in? Yep.
Dude, man. I think you should have prevented all this. Yeah, he should be going down. He's running a store. Yeah, he should be going down too. Yeah, he's complicit.
Okay, that's fine. Can I have a Josh, please? Get the guy in the corner. Are you want to write a statement about what happened? Whatever you saw. All I saw was him go out. All the customer was the legit the store was closed. Okay. I didn't see anything that happened and I got caught. I was a legit trying to do my truck. So the incident happened back here. Correct. And you didn't see what happened.
Did you hear what happened? Everybody could hear what was going on when the cop got there. I'm thinking he's the one who put the mop to lock the door so nobody can get in. I wish I was the cop that stood up to this. Everybody going downtown. Detective Hall here. Everybody's going downtown. He's trying to cover for him.
What's your first name, man?
Kareem?
What is it?
Kareem?
Kareem?
Yes, sir.
Why
That dude is crazy.
lock yourself in the office over there?
Like I said, because there's been a lot of breakers around here, like the guy said, gas racing, speed racing, Uber, all types of stuff, and we got robbed 3 times.
Okay. Did you not know that they were the police?
Man, there's so many officers in the area because this is a distribution area. You are Orlando. Orlando is that way by the end when history is that way. She said she was from Osceola County or something.
Okay, so why didn't you open the door?
You're not supposed to. Only one person is supposed to open that door.
Okay.
Who's that?
You have police uniform. And they were just wait, let me finish. And they were trying to talk to you. So why didn't you open the door?
Because anybody can wear police. I had to go by what the warrant said. Yes, sir.
Okay. remember talking to them, right?
He was pretty cool to be honest.
Man, it feels good though. I haven't practiced in a couple of days because I had a little accident while I was putting the dog out, and for some odd reason I got up in the middle of the night. I went to put the dog out, and I don't know why I didn't turn the stupid light on, porch light on. And the dog and I were walking down the steps. I couldn't see the bottom. And I put my foot down. I felt the dog. I didn't want to step on the dog, so I moved my foot over, and I kind of like, I don't know how I did it because I was half awake, but anyhow I like put my foot down on my big toe like this and kind of twisted and hurt it. So I've been trying to stay off my feet the last couple of days. You know, I didn't want it to swell up bad or nothing. I don't think I did any damage. I just think I twisted it a little. It's like, I don't know how to show it, but it's like I twisted it back this way. I stoved it by turning it, like I put my foot down like this, rather than have it down like this, because I couldn't see the ground, because I very ignorantly, I don't know why I didn't turn the light on. I have a light right there, it got flipped on, and I just wasn't awake and didn't do it. So I need to let myself wake up a little bit before I put the dog up. And I just woke up really groggy and just got up and wasn't thinking and wasn't, had cobwebs. Lucky I didn't hurt myself, luckily.
And put her Crocs down. I guess she was hyperventilating or something.
Okay, did you take her phone from her?
No, I told her to put her phone down and Josh is going to pick it up.
So anyhow, I didn't make a video for the last couple of days. I didn't practice Wing Chun. I mean, I did practice a little. I sit down on my meditation mat and I'll do this shit. I always practice. I sit in a chair and practice. Because I have asthma real bad, so some days it's activity-induced asthma sometimes. Like when it's a lot of stuff in the air, I don't like to breathe. I can't be like as active as I would like to be. So I sit in my chair and go through and do this shit. I probably look crazy. If I started videotaping it, I'd probably really look nuts. But you can practice Kung Fu sitting down. You don't have to stand up. You just sit down kneeling or sit down Indian style or one knee up, one knee, whatever. Any posture you can think of. You can practice Wing Chun, man. Really, you should. I think it's a good idea to do Wing Chun and do things like yoga or other forms of Kung Fu too, because then they teach you how to move in and out of different postures better. And that's a good thing for Wing Chun. Or like people say someone that does Wing Chun and Jiu-Jitsu, like Brazilian style Jiu-Jitsu and yoga. Oh my God. You could actually create man, and a hard fighter to stop. Super flexible. Has tons of internal power. Has lots of external power from doing, tons of external exercises. Put wrestling or judo on top of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Well, you know what? Wing Chun's got all the takedowns. And Wing Chun's got a lot of the on top hold downs or positive position. If you're in a Wing Chun, when you fight on the ground in Wing Chun, you want to be on top. You want to be the guy pounding. You don't want to be the guy in the bottom getting pounded. So when Wing Chun goes to take you down, it wants to get on top and just beat the hell out of you. You put your arms up, snap the arms, start beating the arms, smacking the ears, hitting the throat. Wing Chun's nasty. That's why half of it you can't really even use in sports combat. But the parts that you can use, you can still use. You know, if you have a good ground and pound game, if you're like, say, like you're a really great wrestler and you have Wing Chun, or Jiu-Jitsu, you know, or catch wrestling, or any of them, Wing Chun would be a good striking art for him, a good wrestler to have. Big time. Big time. You know, because the wrestler wants to get in close and clinch and get down and dirty anyhow. He's not trying to fight you like a boxer from a distance, from the length of his arm and foot, you know, try to knock you out that way. A Wing Chun guy is gonna, a Wing Chun wrestler guy, oh my God. They would just like take someone like, say, Shale Chonin, and if he had hands like I do, and I had his fitness, and you know, I combined the better parts of both of us, that dude, he would have whipped the spider's ass if he had hands like I do. But he's funny. I think he's left-handed, and I've watched him box and that stuff. I wouldn't want to be hit by the dude. The dude's a tough dude. I'm not saying he isn't, but he don't have the best hands. What I'm saying, like if he done like Wing Chun and Jeet Kune Do or something like that, or some kind of real great boxing that just got them opened up to where he could pop, use them and move in and out of his wrestling or whatever he wanted. That dude would be so fucking bad just because of his tenacity of his wrestling. And if he had some striking on top of it, my God. That's what saved the Spiders, is the combination of his jiu-jitsu skills, his defensive on the ground stuff, which is really good. That's one good thing about Brazilian jiu-jitsu is the guard fighting, the defensive aspect of guard fighting from your back. At least I think. Now, I'm not that knowledgeable about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've only done a very little of it. I like it though. I definitely learned a lot from it. But that's what I took away from it. That is most of what I was taught was, you know, what that happens, you know, I get knocked on my back and I gotta fight and fight someone off. I didn't really get into the sport of it or anything. I just learned a little bit for self-defense.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's also now one of the most highly
you know, because
scrutinized
that's
men
like,
in the
well,
world
it seems like they
alongside
know what to
President
do,
Trump.
you know.
What he's doing
All right, I
is
knew
actually
wrestling,
allowing.
I knew
So
judo.
there's great transparency.
So, you know, why not learn, see what these guys have to say. And they have good stuff. I don't like the sport. I'll admit, once I started seeing guys trying to grab hold of other guys' legs like this and butt drag on the ground, I'm like, nah. I mean, I see some stuff in it I'd like, but when I see stuff like that, it's like, nah, I'll just watch judo or wrestling. So I do like seeing two high-end jiu-jitsu guys go at it. And that aren't doing the butt dragging crap and shit like that. I do like seeing that. I think that's pretty cool. Because I do like wrestling a lot. Judo wrestling or whatever, catch wrestling, whatever you want to call it. Shuai Jiao. That's what Chinese styles call it.
What is this doing to continue the interests of the American people?
Wrestling.
These are the line items across the federal government that Doge is
That's what
identifying
hillbillies
daily.
call it.
They're moving very fast.
Wrestling.
There's a lot of paper that
I don't
we
care
can
if
show
it's
you, but
judo
we're happy to do
or
it. This administration has been more
Western
than transparent
collegiate,
about
Greco,
what they're doing.
rolling,
And
or
here's
whatever.
another
It's just
piece
wrestling.
about the mine,
Wrestling and being able to
in
punch.
Pennsylvania, where the federal employee retirement system
Good
is being
time.
processed. Did anybody know this was even happening in our country before Elon Musk talked about it in the Oval Office yesterday? A lot of Americans didn't. So we are providing transparency and accessibility.
Trump was smart picking her, man. She's fucking hot, man. And you wanted to listen to her.
If anybody would like it.
Because she's smart.
All of the things that they are identifying and finding. We're happy to provide this information to you. We're talking about it every single day.
Are all those things you just mentioned fraud, or are they waste, or are they just contrary to the president's policy?
I would argue that all of these things are fraudulent, they are
But she
wasteful,
has
and they
nice
are an
titties,
abuse
too.
of the American taxpayer's dollars.
She
This
is hot,
not what
man.
the government should be spending money on. It's
contrary to the president's priorities
Better
and
than
agenda.
that black
And
lesbian
again, we
bitch.
continue to provide you the receipts for
I can
all
fucking mop on her head.
If anybody in here wants to argue that the federal government
You know,
is not
I ain't got no problem with
in
black
some
chicks. I like
capacity,
black chicks
be my
too.
guest,
There's a lot
because I
of
think
real hot
American
black
people
chicks, but
watching at home would
the one that
benefit
looks like she's got a mop on her head and she's a carpet muncher, that ain't very attractive to me. I don't even want to listen to that bitch. But her, I'll listen to her. She's cool.
Injunctions that have been issued by these judges have no basis in the law and have no grounds, and we will, again, as the president said very clearly yesterday.
She's smarter than me, so
comply
I'll
with
listen to
order,
her.
but it is
That other
the
chick, I don't think
position
was
that
smarter
will
than me.
ultimately be vindicated, and the president's
That's pretty
executive actions
sad.
that he took were completely within the law. They were constitutional, and we look forward to the
And you
day
can tell
where
that other
we can
woman just
continue to
lied
implement
all
this
the
agenda.
fucking time.
And
'Cause I listen to all this shit. I listen to what everyone says. I don't like any political party. I think they're all assholes. But I do like Trump though. I like Trump back in the day because he give Rosie O'Donnell shit. That's one of the reasons I started liking him years and years ago, because I hated that fucking bitch, man. Shooting fucking damn stupid rubber bands at people and a fat ass nasty lesbian bitch. Oh man. Almost the most unattractive person you could ever think of. I couldn't stand her. And then he went in and he's like, alright, you know, I can be bullied too, you know, you don't want to play nice, I won't either, fuck you. I like people like that. I think that's kind of how I am. I love a good fight, but I try not to pick them. Sometimes I do. You know?
Those are the things that Doge is working on every single day.
I try to be nice, but you know, if the other people ain't being nice, fuck them. I ain't gonna be nice back. I ain't no fucking nice guy. Fuck that shit.
Sure.
First, statement that was released after
I treat others how they treat me, you know.
as the special envoy who will be part of the delegation.
But if you want to fight or argue, whatever, I like that too, man. We ain't fucking on, I like that shit.
So can you clear that up?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
You know, that's probably why I like Kung Fu, because I always like sparring and wrestling and shit. I don't care if I get smacked in the mouth, because I know if someone smacks me in the mouth and knows I'm in range to smack them back. You know, and it's all going to come down to who can hit harder.
Critical part of this team in this effort. He's played a tremendous role in getting
You know?
negotiations to this point. And
Or I can stick to them and take away some of their power from them, even use their power to help my punches. You know? If you're really good at sticking, that's what you do. You're like a vampire, man. They're trying to do shit to you, and they're actually giving you energy to do shit on them. Ah, motherfucker, bam, you was gonna hit me with that? Well, here you're getting whatever you was gonna give to me.
So kind of a two-part question.
That's some high level stickiness there, man. That's not that easy to do. That's like master shit. But you know, even beginners should try to do that too.
Why is the president interested in doing?
You know, try to take advantage of
doing everything he can, perhaps
others' energies and shit.
to try and hasten the end of what many of his own supporters regard as an evil regime.
But you need to develop your own too. You still need to develop strength in your legs and flexibility so you can project your own power. That's more important. But as you know, when we get older, we get weaker. Sometimes. Some people don't. Some people maintain their strength fairly well. But for those that don't, you know, maybe learning to use stickiness in a way to where you are robbing others' energy and using it against them might be a good thing. You know, I think that's why I practice that. You know, think like a spring, you compress that spring, someone compresses you and boom, that spring tension is let go at the right point. And you get them with it, crack, crack. And you're always double tapping. In Wing Chun, you're always double tapping, double tap move from double triple tap. Depends how fast you are. I'm not that fast. I'm powerful and I'm very direct, but there's a lot of people a lot faster than me. But so I always like to double tap and move. Double tap, take another angle, throw different shit. That way, you know, maybe these two didn't get in or whatever, but all of a sudden I'm over here and I'm smacking his ear and hitting his neck. Oh, I got the neck. Cool. Well, now I'll ram his head in the wall or whatever. Or hit him somewhere else. Hit him with one of these here or something. Or hit him here like that. Or what, depending on what they do. You know, I don't know what's, you know. Usually when you hit someone, get something in the neck, they kind of go like this or go doing, you know, when you make it ring their bell good. So maybe you might get this. Maybe you get that in the throat. Or maybe you might get this, you know. And it all depends on their body and how they're turned to you and shit. Or maybe you just want to keep hitting the neck and moving behind them and then pull them backwards and trip them. You know, and then when they fall down, kick them in the head. Wing Chun's cool that way. You know, I love watching Muay Thai as my favorite sport. I like it better than MMA, to be honest. I love my favorite ones to watch is one because I like any Muay Thai where they're using the small gloves. I watch this dude, boom, boom, boom. He took this dude down, and it was so fucking perfect how he did. He took this dude down, and this dude, while this dude was like midway going down, he ate him in the face and KO'd him. And I'm like, that fucking looks like Wing Chun, man.
Has President Trump signed a waiver for Elon Musk? Does such a thing?
But
if it does, will you guys?
Man, Muay Thai is freaking cool. That's probably my favorite. One of my favorite sport.
Elon Musk, as I've confirmed before, is a special government employee. He is
Muay Thai, MMA, and
he is complying with all of
and flat track racing.
As you also heard, Elon addressed this directly yesterday in the alleged
I don't know why I like flat track, maybe because I suck at motocross. So I like a flat, smooth, muddy track to slide on. That's probably it. I can't ride wheelies good. And I can't go over obstacles good, but I can slide my back tire pretty good.
Before he moves forward with anything,
not as good as like a pros can. Oh my God, they're fucking amazing. The kid we have here where I live, he's a pro. I love seeing him. Oh, I can't think of his name right. The way they own the motorcycle shop up the road here, and they're pros. God, what the hell are their names? They're cool people. I think when my teacher's son was kickboxing, maybe they sponsored him. Boba, that's it. Johnny Boba, that's it. And I think that's a boy's name too that's a pro. Boba. I know his last name's Boba. I don't know his first name's Johnny. Might be something else, but he's our local pro hero, flat tracker. They used to sponsor kickboxers and stuff like that back in the day. Sponsors, you know how businesses do, and football players and all that stuff, football club, and sports.
So let's start by hearing from Vice President J.D. Vance on Europe and civilizational suicide.
That is the cradle of Western civilization. The entire idea of Christian civilization that led to the founding of the United States of America, that was formed in Europe. Europe is at risk, I think, of creating...
And it wasn't exactly Christian, though. I mean, those guys are Freemasons. Freemasons aren't exactly Christians. They're into some weird shit.
And good, that's a good thing. You see them starting to limit...
I mean, Christianity is kind of part of what they're into.
Protesting against things like the border invasion that got Donald
There's a lot of things that went into Western culture. Not just Christianity. Greek thought, Roman thought, Lockean thought.
Where you have another few million immigrants come in from countries that are totally culturally
all kinds of different philosophy and shit. You know, Christianity was one of them.
talking about the strange.
But there were a lot of people that really were just sick of the fucking church and its bullshit. And, you know, that's why America was formed. That's why we have a First Amendment. You're allowed to believe whatever shit you want, as long as you don't hurt nobody or infringe upon others.
I don't think that I heard a single word there that J.D. Vance is wrong about, frankly.
State
I
doesn't.
love Germany as much as he does, frankly. But
Don't give a shit about, you know, hey man, do your
I don't
thing.
think there's anything wrong at all with what we just heard. I mean, Europe has been committing cultural.
So you ain't fucking,
suicide. They've been committing,
you know, sacrificing people and shit, hurting people.
Can commit, and part of that is because they don't actually think of themselves as nation states, and that's kind of the problem in the first place there. I mean, going all the way back to the Maastricht Treaty in Europe in the early 1990s, which was the predecessor to the modern European Union. You know, Europe really went hook, line, and sinker in the post-Berlin Wall, post-Cold War era. They really went hook, line, and sinker down the rabbit hole of post-nationalism, the idea of transnationalism, that we're all going to be just one continent, one economy, heck, one currency while we're out there. Let's have the Eurozone, let's have a common currency, one central bank. What could possibly go wrong with this picture here? But when you start going down that rabbit hole, you start treating all commodities and all human beings as one and the exact same thing. You're bringing in people from the hostile cultures that have nothing to do with your history there. You inevitably are going to lose there. So then you kind of combine that with these free speech censorship regimes. It's very, very, very dark stuff, and it's about time that someone is trying to put Europe in their place. It's trying to remind them, frankly, of what they were and what they could be again. It's kind of a friendly nudge from a former and hopefully soon-to-be again wholesome ally that Europe desperately needs. I'm not sure they're going to listen to Rita, but hopefully they do.
Josh, let's look at some polling data, and there's another way to put it. These are disastrous figures for the Democrats. Their favorability rating has dropped to a record low, according to CNN polling. CNN, folks, among the American public overall, the Dems' favorability rating is at just 29%. And what's interesting, Josh, is that even among Democrat voters, there is just great dissatisfaction. The approval rating there is low, and the majority believe the party is headed in the wrong direction.
Well, there's multiple reasons for thinking that, right? I mean, first of all, just look at the fact that this party just simply cannot give up on its cultural militants. They cannot give up on their woke culture war they have been waging against the American people for years and years, arguably decades. Now, we saw that just at Trump's joint presidential address to the Congress about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago or so. They literally couldn't be bothered to get off their butts to applaud for Katie McNabb, this high school girl who suffered traumatic brain injury because of a biological now. They couldn't be bothered to get off their butts to applaud for the family of Blake and Riley, who was tragically murdered by an illegal alien who had no business whatsoever being in the United States. They're consistently taking radical positions. I mean, the transgender sports issue is literally an 80-20 issue. And even when you have someone like Gavin Newsom, who we obviously cannot believe what he says, but when he's trying to stake out, at least rhetorically, purportedly, a moderate stance there, he is immediately shot down by party elites there. By the way, Rita, they're also tearing apart the seats. I mean, look at this, at the CR that just passed the Congress this past Friday there. I mean, Chuck Schumer leading a brigade of 9 Democrats voting alongside Senate Republicans there. He's being chewed out by Hakeem Jeffries in the U.S. House there. I mean, even these Democratic leaders from the same state, heck, from the same borough, they're both from Brooklyn. Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer are both Brooklyn boys, and they're openly fighting on the national stage there to shut down the government, to not shut it down. So they're not on the same page. They're taking radically unpopular issues. The party's a veritable dumpster fire, frankly, and they have no one to blame for this whatsoever other than themselves.
And there's more bad news for lefties everywhere, including Bill Maher, who seems to think that Trump voters are all having massive amounts of regret at the moment. Watch this exchange between him and Batia Sargon, who will be on the program later in the week. This just shows you how divorced from reality so many lefties are, even supposedly sensible ones like Bill Maher.
I'm just wondering what you think now. We're approaching 2 months in. I mean, you must have a feeling in your gut. Look me in the eye and tell me you don't. That this is really going badly, and I shouldn't have thrown my lot in with this team.
Oh no, I feel the opposite.
All right.
But Josh, let's look at the data that's just come out earlier today from NBC News. 3 months into his second term, President Trump has hit his highest ever approval rating. And Josh, more Americans say the country is in the right track than at any other point in the last 20
years, since 2004. And that is incredible given the relentless negative media.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. So in some polling, Trump's approval rating has slipped at least a little bit relative to his highs on January 20th. But Rita, the thing that you have to bear in mind here is that Donald Trump started the presidency with what for contemporary American politics is actually like sky-high approval ratings there. He basically had the highest approval rating on day one of his presidency that he had for his entire term there. Current polls show that he has maintained that level of support. Some show that it slipped a little bit. But it's still actually a very, very high relative to the past few presidents there. I mean, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, these were not particularly highly approved presidencies. But even relatively speaking there, Donald Trump is completely swimming in high waters here. And you compare it to the Democratic Party approval rating that you and I were just talking about. I mean, Donald Trump is, at this point, orders of magnitude more popular than the Democratic Party. And there's a reason for that, Rita, which is that his policies are common sense policies. I mean, over the weekend, the big spat here in the United States was this separation of power showdown between Donald Trump and this puny little judge in Washington, D.C., purporting to say that you cannot deport these Trinidad Aragua horrific transnational criminal gangbangers and rapists and murderers and thugs there. Guess what? That's popular. Deporting thugs, deporting gangbangers, rapists, murderers, that happens to be actually very popular with the American people. Deporting someone like Mahmoud Khalil at Columbia University, someone who is here on a green card, who's not even a U.S. citizen, who's openly espousing the Hamas-Hezbollah party line, deporting him, that's popular. So the Democrats, again, whether it's the transgender issue, whether it's this, they just continue to take unpopular positions. Donald Trump just does the commonsensical thing because he has this whole MAGA coalition, this coalition of the common sense. It's not an ideologically right-wing coalition. It's just a coalition that wants to do the simple, median American sentiment there, and that's why he's so popular right now.
Well, you mentioned that judge, and the Democrats, the media, are constantly bleating about a constitutional crisis. Donald Trump causing a constitutional crisis, but it seems the crisis is from these activist judges. And the one you just mentioned, essentially trying to subvert the will of the people, the president's power. Tell me about this U.S. district judge issuing a 14-day restraining order to prevent the deportation of these criminals, and the Trump administration has just ignored it and just sent these people to El Salvador. Let's have a look at some vision of them arriving in El Salvador, where they're going to serve their prison terms, and it's going to cost the American taxpayer considerably less, Josh.
So, 3 cheers for the Trump administration here. Hip hip hooray. I love how they have handled this spat with the judge. I love how they have handled this operation in general here. So Donald Trump invoking a seldom used 1798 statute called the Alien Enemies Act, literally goes back to the John Adams presidency, essentially giving him slightly more power than he normally has when it comes to expediting removals for certain types of aliens here who are essentially at war with the country. And I think this, Rita, is probably where the left is disagreement with President Trump. They're saying that, Trinidad Aragua, the Sinaloa cartel, the Jalisco cartel there, they're not actually at war with the United States. But actually, yes, they are. Actually, they literally are. I mean, United Americans...
They're fucking criminals and they're hurting people here, and they're organized crime, indeed. We already have enough of that. Do we really want more? They're in an international crime syndicate. They use terrorism.
So invoking the statute, Trump got these 25 Venezuelan nationals, these non-citizens.
As a citizen of the United States, I don't want that here. So my government's doing what I want it to do, and I'm glad they're getting them fuckers out of here.
This is bogus on multiple grounds. One is that
I mean, someone's got legitimate reason to want to be an immigrant.
They actually weren't even over the United States.
Yeah, let them come here. You know?
So good luck, Judge, trying to issue your temporary restraining order where it's literally not even in the country anymore. The broader issue,
But they got to go through the same shit that. I mean, you got to go through whatever process they set up for it. If you want to be a citizen, if you don't want to be a citizen, you just want to come here and work and send money home and get a fucking green card. And it'll say what you're here for, why you're here, and how long, you know. That's all they wanted to ask for that. So people have some sort of ID and shit. So they know what to do with them, you know. They get in trouble or whatever, man. Just so you know who's who. Kind of makes sense to me. I mean, I gotta have a fucking ID
I
and
wanted to
shit.
play you this little clip from billionaire Reid Hoffman, who was on Stephen Colbert's.
And I gotta show my ID whenever I do anything. It makes sense that other people have, something. I have to have a social security card, so if you're from another fucking country, it makes sense you gotta have a fucking green card or whatever, however, It's kind of like having a social security card, because then they tax them and shit. And it says that they're guest workers or whatever. Yeah, they ought to go through all that shit. And then they get taxed.
Rita, I know that I don't really.
And they get the same pay rate that any fucking buddy else in America gets. There's no paying them fucking $5 an hour when everyone else is making 15. It makes sense to me. You don't get taken advantage of and shit, and you're legit. And maybe you get that green card and you like it here. Maybe you showed, hey man, I'm a good worker. I paid, did all the shit that you asked. I learned English. I can speak. Maybe I want to become a citizen now because I tried America out for a while. I worked here and I like it, and I want to make it my home. God bless you. Come here and learn English and whatever. I hope they do it. I think that's probably a good way to do it. With that, as far as that, having that green card and shit. That should also lead to citizenship too. Doing something like that if if the person wants to become a citizen. Because they show, hey man, I work and and maybe they want to bring the rest of their family with them, and they got to go through the same thing. And then but now since one part of their family has become a citizen, they can sponsor them now and help them to become citizens instead of all this fucking illegal shit and criminal shit where people get taken advantage of by other criminals.
We're going to check in with our favourite little Swedish doom goblin, Greta Thunberg, who seems to have forgotten about climate change scaremongering.
It makes sense to me, man. Maybe I'm just dumb and don't understand shit. I don't know. But it seems to me that it's a better path towards citizenship than fucking coming across the border illegal, sneaking into the country, and then what the Democrats were doing was just retarded. I hope because of that they never win any elections ever again. And they deserve it, because why do the American people want fucks like that being our leaders? And they give a shit about bringing in people from elsewhere that'll hopefully vote for them, and they do about the people that are already here. They care so little about the people, and they'll just bring anyone in. Criminals, they don't give a shit. Yeah, criminals vote Democrat too. That's the way they think. And I hope that party is destroyed because of that. I despise them. I can't believe almost all my life I voted for them too. And I will never have nothing to do with another Democrat. Will very likely never have nothing to do with another Democrat politician ever again. Unless that Democrat politician is very similar to a Tulsi Gabbard or RFK Jr.
If I ever meet him, I'll effing kill him. Not joking, that's what he said. A Republican congressman from Texas. How has he ended up on lefties losing it? Well,
I think there's a lot of disenfranchised Democrats or liberals or post-liberals or whatever you want to call them that feel the same way.
No interest in the United States whatsoever, does not even pretend. I'm not going to name names. Yeah, it's Dan Crenshaw, the most liberal, most left-wing.
I really don't like conservatism at all. I can't stand Bush era neocons.
Some of the redder states have elected rhinos. Republicans
Didn't like Ronald Reagan back. I didn't think he was any good.
Before we have another Mitt Romney on our
I don't have particularly much love for him whatsoever. He was very anti-gun, and if you're a gun guy, or a Second Amendment guy, which I'm really not a gun guy. I'm a Second Amendment guy. You probably shouldn't care for Ronald Reagan very much, in my opinion. Now, if you're a fucking neocon, American empire, American policeman, the America takes the position of world policeman type guy, then yeah, you like Ronald Reagan. You know? I, on the other hand, don't. I think he was a fucking horrible fucking crook that's just as probably bad as
because there is nothing
maybe Lyndon Johnson level. Probably not that bad. Reagan was probably a better dude than Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson was playing out fucking gangster. And
for everyone, our hearts should go out.
She just had to jump
I mean,
in
you want to know who I think killed Kennedy? Look right there. The Democratic Party killed Kennedy. And Lyndon Johnson probably had something to do with it, I think.
Shocking.
I mean, he probably had a lot of help.
In a way, this
Because
is
Kennedy had a lot of fucking enemies. Kennedy was a lot like Trump.
like Hamas.
You know, it's just that they didn't have the amount of, we didn't have the ability to communicate like we do now. If we had that, I bet the whole damn fucking apparatus would throw itself trying to destroy a Kennedy-like candidate nowadays, just like they did Trump.
When do we stop?
But they, you know, the machine back then knew they couldn't fucking take Kennedy out, because Kennedy was kind of a fucking hero to a lot of people. You know, I mean, he was a World War II fucking hero. He was, you know, young, you know. I think well of him. When I think of an American, people ask me who's the best American president that you can think of, and I automatically think of John F. Kennedy. Now I think of Donald Trump. But in the past, it had been, if someone were to ask me that, it had been John F. Kennedy.
Clearly wants to say, this is after all the woman who said it depends who you talk to when discussing whether Hamas are a terrorist organization.
Very likely that
and he claimed the Holocaust
it's almost
wasn't about race, it was just
100% certain that the CIA and the Johnson administration and organized crime killed Kennedy. Those three conspiring together, probably some small clique, and probably someone had, you know, there was probably CIA guys involved into it, a couple rogue agents. You know, I mean, it didn't take very many people for them guys to bring down entire countries. I'm pretty sure a small group of them could pretty easily take out a president in America. It's probably what they did with Trump, too. I wouldn't be surprised if it was some kind of MK Ultra or something with that dude. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just a guy asking questions like everyone else in America.
I have learned so much from her. I have so
oh my God, Rachel Mad Cow.
Her as a colleague here at MSNBC, and personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it.
Indefensible? Are you saying MSNBC is racist, Rachel? Is that what you're implying there? And if so, why would such a self-righteous soul such as yourself want to work for a sinister, bigoted organisation? Now to the wonderful Megyn Kelly, who had a very different take on Joy's sacking.
I'm sorry, I voted for Clinton and Obama. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton.
She was officially fired over the weekend.
But I thought Trump, back in 2016, I thought Trump was a joke. I thought it was funny. I'm like, okay, go for it. I'm like, okay, I'll get behind this guy because, yeah, he's just gonna fuck, you know, make a joke of everything. I didn't think he was a serious candidate. You know,
set off deranged,
You know,
dimwit
I really thought he was just
had
trolling the
this to
shit.
say to Megyn
You know,
Kelly,
kind of like
"Not
what
the
Joe
first
Rogan
time
said.
that
Oh, the
Donald
guy's,
had an issue
oh
with
God, he
women.
won. Now it's
Remember,
like,
he
oh
had to
shit, now what do I
apologise for
do?
sexist comments.
You know, I was just trolling everyone, fucking around, but no, he wasn't. He was serious. He wanted to be president.
So let me just say
So-
to Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some
And he actually did a pretty damn good job at it too.
as a person of color.
Better than all the other fucking assholes before him in my life that I remember. None of them guys were any good. Bush wasn't. Obama, that was such a joke. That was such a letdown, man.
Why? Do we need
Oh
books
my
now?
God.
It's weird.
I'm so sorry I voted for him.
Jake has written a book
But I mean,
on the cover-up.
remember,
about
but those
Joe
Republicans that
Biden's
ran
copy.
against them, they
It's
were
like
fucking
Jake
pieces
Tapper
of
has
shit,
written
man. There's no
this
way I
book.
would have voted for fucking Mitt Romney or
This is Jake
fucking
Tapper, who
that
is
fucking goofy old man McCain, the guy that was fucking MK altered by Vietnam or what, whatever the hell happened to him. That guy was a douche, man.
It makes me uncomfortable.
You are no, I think it's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
That dude went around starting fucking wars. He's kind of responsible for what's going on in Ukraine to some degree, because they were involved in all kinds of shady shit over there. I mean, he had his hand in it, and I'm not blaming it all on him. Senator from Arizona, whatever the fuck his name is, former senator, McCain, passed away a couple years ago.
Now here is some virulent racism from South Africa where white people continue to be dehumanized. This next character is known as Nota. He's a music executive, and here he talks on a podcast about the science of why white people are inferior species and savages that are going to die out.
We don't understand white people.
Yeah.
White people are inferior species to us. We are Homo sapiens. They've got Neanderthal blood in them. This is the science, and this is not science.
Proud of my
Science.
Neanderthal.
They studied this.
My large
They realized that
forehead.
they're inferior to blacks. So
My large
when you look at
Cro-Magnon man forehead. Ooh, wow. Well, Cro-Magnon's different than Neanderthal, isn't it?
Whatever land they're
Whatever.
holding on to,
Or maybe
their numbers are dwindling.
Cro-Magnon
So the
is.
leadership that they had is dying out as well. And you know about wealth disappearing after the third generation that is passed down to, you know. So
Europeans
we are
with the
under
big
that
heads,
generation.
big-headed European
We're
motherfucker.
the weakest whites that the world has ever seen. We've got different categories of
That guy's probably
evolution
part white
of
too.
apes. You know what I mean? If we're all apes.
He probably got picked on for it, and that's why he became
A step below because they've also got
a racist towards white
He's
people.
quite the scientist, this bloke, isn't he? It's a superior intellect, and he wasn't done yet. Here he explains that white folk are like infants.
They will never get it. They're not the same level of human beings we are. So we need to start treating them like infants. When you see an Elon Musk, you see the richest man in the world. No, you should look at him and say, this is the richest baby in the world. We're better
The richest
than
baby
white
in the
people at
world.
everything that we do,
Okay.
that they do. Better than them at every single thing. Every single thing. The best person at every
Unreal.
single thing that both black people and white do is black.
You know, some redneck come on and start
Yep.
saying that shit against
Moving
black
on.
people.
Let's
Oh
end
my
with
God,
news
man, the
and
fucking
everyday
world will
sketch from
fucking
Peterson
blow up
on the
against them.
TDS phenomenon.
That's
Frustration
fucking
syndrome.
unreal.
Is there
I mean, I don't
a
care.
cure
Everyone
for
should have their
this
opinions. Do you think your race is better? Okay, whatever. I don't think anyone's race is better. I think I'm more of an individualist.
My name is Dr. Nick
I think
and I specialize in those subjects.
it doesn't matter what your race is. It just matters what you do.
Hello, I'm Dr. Peterson. How are you? Well, Donald Trump is a felon. Nope. I asked how you were doing. The majority of Americans can mentally handle
You know,
election results.
I don't really have any problem with anyone. Anyone that's not a Democrat.
Growing group of, I don't want to say Americans, but people that are just disconnected from reality. Fascist. And honestly, it makes diagnosing these people a lot easier. I just check their social media. Gone are the days when you just search your symptoms on WebMD at home by yourself. Now they record their symptoms and post them for the world to see. The haircut is also in day giveaway. So, what brings you in today? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the orange democracy destroying Putin loving dictator.
So mental
Oh
illness.
shit.
Let's discuss the media trying to rewrite history and the likes of Jake
They're horrible.
Tapper now writing a book on the cover-up of Biden's health.
It's really hard not to hate
cognitive decline.
Democrats.
It's a cover-up that, of course, Jake Tapper was
But
complicit in. And let's not forget this. Tapper trying to rewrite
why,
history on his
why the
part,
person
putting
once said
in
hating
Russian
anyone
collusion
is
hoax.
like drinking
You guys
poison
talked about
and hoping it
Russian
hurts
hoax
the other guy.
nonstop.
The FBI was
So it don't do no good to hate them.
investigating it. We
Just realize they're
So
dumb.
you took the words of
Fucking
unnamed
ignorant.
FBI agents and put them on your network as if they were the gospel truth. You did it again and again. A viewer of your network would have believed that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin conspired in 2016.
No.
That was totally and preposterously false.
No.
Well, that's
What you just said is false. President Trump has gone to quote extraordinary lengths to keep
I've never
specifics
liked,
of
I
his
don't like
meetings with
conservatives
Russian
either,
President
man,
Vladimir
but
Putin. Secret.
I like
These are
MAGA.
statements from top members of his own administration.
There's a lot of things
Take a
that
listen
I
to
don't
how
like
President
about
Trump responded
conservatives.
Saturday night when asked directly
I don't think of
if
myself
he has ever
as one
worked
at
for
all.
I think it's the most insulting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I like about them too, though.
I think it's the most insulting article I've ever had written.
The president did
I
not
don't
directly
particularly
answer
like the
question. It's a
Bible thumper
stunning,
types very much at
turn of
all.
events. Do you think the
I don't care
president
for
of the
them at
United
all. I mean, I
States
don't have problems
ever
with people
worked on behalf
that
of
are
the
Christians.
Russians against American
There are a lot of good
interests?
folk that are Christians.
Incredible. Joining me now is filmmaker and journalist Army Horowitz. Army, the chutzpah there is
I can't stand the
off
Bible
charts.
thumper types. I want to get out the Bible and thump on it and tell you all this shit and tell, you know, it's like, all right, whatever. Put that fucking thing away. Let's just talk as people. You know, fuck religion. Religion is so stupid.
Personally,
You know,
like him as I think
believing in shit. You know, belief is fucking fantasy. You know, why believe in fucking shit? Why not fucking learn stuff and become less ignorant? You know,
is dead, and they don't know it. And when they end up doing the post-mortem,
there's nothing wrong with Christianity other than the belief of it.
Actually stop, right? So you cut the head off like a.
I mean, come on,
snake or something,
man.
or,
It's fucking
chicken,
stupid.
it keeps running. So right now, we're
Fucking people walking on water, people being resurrected from the dead, man, that's all fucking bullshit. You know, if that shit's true, then all the Taoist, Chinese Taoist wizards flying through the air in the kung fu movies can shoot sparks from their fingers and fly in the sky like a dragon or a witch or whatever, then all that shit's true too. You know? You don't get one way or the other. And I think it's all bullshit. I think there's good things about it that are useful to people, like alchemy and Christianity too. I think Christianity's okay. It definitely has its good points, but its weak points is belief. Belief is stupid. I wouldn't believe in anything. I'd actually learn and become knowledgeable and learn about Christianity and become knowledgeable about it. Then you become, okay, and then you don't have to fucking believe in it. You understand why, okay, that's why they do that. That's why it's not good to lie and murder like the 10 Commandments. Of course it's not good to fucking lie because no one will fucking believe you. And of course it's not good to murder because you want murdered? Hell no. Nobody should fucking murder anyone.
On trying to push this guy is with it when we all saw he wasn't.
There's definitely good parts to it. But don't, you know, I mean, so what though? I mean, almost every fucking place in the world has a code that, you know, lying and murdering and stealing is bad. That's just fucking common sense. That's just, all humans gonna mostly agree with that, other than criminals.
We would argue it was evident even before the 2020 election, Joe Biden's cognitive decline. We certainly talked about it on this
you know, that's,
station, the
and you get
evidence
that from
is
knowledge. You don't need to
but not only
believe
did they
that's
refuse to
true.
cover it, but they
That's a
would
knowledge
push
thing,
back so
knowledge-based
strongly
thing.
against anyone who did dare mention it. They called it fake news and misinformation and Russian.
You know, it's like I don't believe in kung fu. I practice it so that I get fucking strong, powerful punches and kicks and throws and other different concepts and the techniques that I create from my concepts are strong. You know, when I practice it, I don't believe in it. I become knowledgeable and my body becomes stronger. You know, from doing the exercises. I don't have to fucking believe in it. Belief is nonsense.
Yeah, look,
I'm really,
is Trump sick of
I'm not a believer.
I don't know. I gotta find out.
I guess that makes me a nihilist, but that's not true, because nihilism is the inability to not believe, not be able to create values. I think I don't see how you can create values from belief, because belief is not real. It's fantasy. How can you create values from fantasy? I don't understand that. I think you can create values from knowledge and becoming knowledgeable and less ignorant. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And I got more to learn, which that's probably the case, because I'm definitely not the smartest person in the world. But I think my philosophy is correct.
I mean, when he comes in, he's going to get mauled on the deal
I think,
by President Trump.
I think belief is stupid.
Ultimately, though, this mineral deal is great, not just for the U.S. And by the way, he's the only one.
You know what I mean? Find the word, man.
That's what they should have.
And you'll agree with me. I don't see use for belief in anything.
I think we can help you get them and maybe defray some of the cost.
And I don't see how you can even create values from it.
Which you know that I support. And that's what's happening. I think it's brilliant to come up with a concept.
Now I think faith is something that's probably more important than belief. But the only way you get faith in anything, like say you have faith in a good old car that starts every time in a cold morning, because you have experience and knowledge of it, and you know you can trust it, then that's a different thing. I don't think faith and belief are fucking even are in the same category. They're two different things. Faith is knowing. You know, you don't have to believe. Like people, you know, someone that practices, say, like Buddhism for a long time, and they know that they might be in a real bad mood or whatever, or just terrible, whatever, but they know if they go practice meditation and they get their mind to chill out, that from that practice they can, you know, at least, you know, reduce that suffering from that whatever was bothering them. So, you know, through this practice of something, you know, you can calm your mind down through practicing breathing, you chill out, you let go of whatever you were emotionally attached to. There's nothing to fucking believe in. It's just a process that you go through. And you know, why am I so angry? Why am I pissy and in a bad mood? And you think about it. And then, oh, okay, maybe I can avoid that next time and I won't have to suffer that, which you will anyways probably, because everyone suffers in some way or another. But maybe you'll become more mindful of it in the future and won't suffer as badly. And that comes from practicing, from having practical knowledge. And then I suppose faith in time, because you realize, oh, this works. You know, and you get faith from it. You develop faith in it. No belief required. I often have the arguments about belief, and some of my Christian friends get mad at me over it, but I don't have a problem with their Christianity. I have a problem with the belief in it. I don't have a problem with the faith of Christianity at all. I don't have the problem with the practice of it. It's just a belief in it. You know?
Yeah, I love that guy. I mean, he's central casting for this role, right? Look, I live in New York City, right? I live in almost outside of the border states, ground zero.
And the biggest problem with Christianity, though, is this belief is central. I think it's stupid.
You can feel it. Like, you can literally feel there are less illegals on the street. You can see ice around.
You know, under that, with that argument that, you know, all you got to do is believe, then, well, I guess Hitler can just, at the last moment, decide, well, I believe, I don't want to go to hell and burn forever or whatever.
Okay? I mean, have they not seen it? Lost an election. I keep saying this, Rita, and
But then the believers will come up. Well, no, you got to. Well, you mean you got to redeem your. Well, that's a practice. You got to practice, right? To do that, you have to begin to practice, right? To redeem yourself. It's not just belief. So what do you need belief for?
There's a midterm coming up sooner than later, and this is going to play into that. Also, look, I love how, and by the way, illegal immigration is down. We have the numbers.
I don't attack the practice. I don't attack the faith. I just attack the belief. So I think belief in anything is bullshit. It's just going to leads to a diluting the mind. It does. You become dogmatic and stupid when you believe in things. Faithful to things, that's probably faith is good. But you only develop that through, like I said, practical knowledge. And then values are created. And this is fucking hard.
Yeah, I love the media treating it as some wild coincidence that Trump comes
stop
in,
thinking
obviously close
about
the
this
border
shit,
and
because it does
90% drop in
disturb you to think,
immigration
disturb the
numbers
mind to
coming
think
through.
about this
Obviously, it
shit.
was a coincidence when the US was seeing record numbers under Biden. I mean, this is why trust in the media in the US is at record lows. Before you go, I'll ask you about this new program. We all know what a green card is, but the Trump administration is introducing a gold card. I'll let the president explain.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus.
Right, no, I did this
It's going
one.
to be a wrap to
I
citizenship.
did this one.
And wealthy
This
people will
in
be
there.
coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people.
Army, what's been the response to this? It may not be the most egalitarian policy, but it'll do precisely what the president says that it's going to bring investment, taxpayers. We had a similar program. We have a similar program in Australia. 30 seconds. What's the verdict on this gold card?
Gold card. This is so Donald Trump, right? Gold card. I love it. I love it. Look, I'm a sucker for these things, right? I just buy the Bonvoy Marriott
I don't make that muscle strong.
a year, but I get all these upgrades and access. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I want it. I need it. Yeah, people. Look, why not? Why not?
I have a hard time because of my heart. I can't hold the positions for very long.
What's wrong with bringing people who know how to innovate, who know how to invest?
But the longer you can hold those positions and hold them still, and it, if you can go through and move your hand, move from, that's, if I'd let myself get quiet and more meditative, I could do it a lot better. But I've got this fucking political shit going on in the background, and it's getting me. I like listening to it while I work out. But it is better to practice with quiet music or bells or something instead of listening to this. Yeah, maybe not entirely. I mean, this does kind of piss you off a little, get you worked up. That might not be a bad thing to do before you exercise. Get a little worked up. Get you up and moving. This video probably won't do nothing because I have political stuff on it, I bet.
Now that famous moment is not only a popular timeless meme, it's also inspiring copycats, including this woman's
We'll see.
work at a recent Donald Trump rally. She didn't need to explain anything here.
Oh wow, I already got an hour, man. I can end this at any time. I don't know if I'll go outside and work much today or not.
Of course, there are other copycats, and it can be
Because it's kind of cold. I think I'm going to have a cup of coffee and just chill for a little bit.
Next video, a comedy skit
Maybe I'll try to make another video later today, since I haven't been making very many because of my foot bothering me.
Okay, so how's everybody's minutes about?
Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Please like and subscribe. Thumbs up, all that bullshit helps. Whatever. It's supposed to help. Maybe I can grow a larger audience. Wing Chun Kung Fu and political talk. No, I'm not too into I mean, I am into politics, but I don't want to be one of them political shows that get fucking swatted and shit. That's fucking horrible. Like that poor Tim Pool dude that they did that shit to, and so other dudes too. It's like, oh my god, man. The fucking SWAT team shows up at these people's house with machine guns and crap, you know. That'd be scary as fuck. You know, and all over because of someone's opinion. You know, I mean, I don't know. That's why I don't like the left anymore. I'm done with the left. I left them a long time ago. I don't want nothing to do with them or their politics or their ways or no thanks. And then doing all that shit, Eon's trucks and people that just, you know, that's what's crazy about that shit is, you know, people got those Teslas and shit thinking they're going to help the environment, and they're forward-thinking people, electric cars. Hell, if I could afford one, I'd get one, you know. I can't afford one, so I don't have one. But I think they're cool. You know, I think it's a good thing. And you know, now you got battery cars, and you got gasoline cars, diesel cars, alcohol cars, hydrogen cars. Why not have all them different kind of cars? Cars that run on cooking oil. What the fuck ever. Propane bottle cars. I think you should have all kinds of shit. You know, letting just people figure out whatever they want to get. Now, maybe no nuclear power cars. That'd probably be a bad idea. Whatever. I'm standing here scratching my ass, videotaping it. Alright, I'm into this stupid thing. I'm rambling on like a fool now. Please like and subscribe my Wing Chun Kung Fu exercise. Practice Kung Fu every day. Even when you're sick. Go like this or something. Alright, please like and subscribe. Bye. Damn it.